Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing our November readings. Thank you for joining me. This will be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you if you have. Be sure to watch all your signs, your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus. Keep an open mind for the messages that are coming through. I'm reading the energy, so you take it as it makes sense to your situation if it does. And if you'd like a personal reading specific to just you, all that information is in the description box below. Virgo, I am using the Fountain Tarot deck for you. And I will be clarifying with the Spirit Animal Oracle and the Vintage Wisdom Oracle as well. So what's coming up for Virgo in the month of November? So what's coming up for Virgo in the month of November? Virgo in the month of November. There we go. Okay. So, okay, Two of Cups is your current situation. Seven of Swords is the challenge. Queen of Cups crowning you. Six of Swords in the foundation. Okay, so I'm getting some sort of a trust issues caused by someone abandoning or leaving a situation. Death card in the past. Ace of Swords in the near future, so there's going to be a conversation about that. Seven of Wands and how you see yourself. You got trust issues. You don't know if you can trust this person. King of Cups in your environment. Three of Coins in hopes and fears. And the Ten of Swords in the outcome. I'm going to clarify that Ten of Swords because tens are never just endings. So I'm going to see if there's a new beginning. What kind of new beginning? Because it could be that for some of you are just letting the situation stay dead. While for others, this could be some sort of healing, whether it's healing to get closure or healing to start again. We'll see. At the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Cups. This is a gorgeous deck, guys. Let me see if I can go this. Okay, that's the minimum. Just trying to make sure you see the cards because they're absolutely stunning. Okay, so the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Virgo, talks about it can be new love or someone asking for forgiveness or someone asking for a second chance or someone talking about reconciliation. If you're not dealing with love, it can be about a new home or a new job, okay, even a new career where it's something that you love to do. Okay, does that make sense? Coming into the month or in the beginning of the month, we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a card of reconciliation sometimes, okay, with all these other ones. It's definitely reconciliation for some of you. For others of you, this can be new love. For others of you this can be new love with a friend. Okay, so a friend turning into a romantic partner, or you at least have the conversation. Because with the Ace of Cups, there's an offer made, okay, where someone's pouring their heart out to you. That's the Ace of Cups energy. The challenge, Seven of Swords, you don't know if you can trust it. You don't know if you can trust it. Why? Because someone walked away before. They just left. They just up and left. They told you they loved you and then they still left. So you're thinking, well, why would I believe you now? What's different? But trust issues because someone left. And that was a very difficult ending in the past. With the Death card, it was meant to happen. So whatever happened, it was meant to, because you learned a lot as a result of this. Okay? So that helped you in that way, but it was very painful at the time. And it's not, with the Death card, it's not just a breakup. It's the breakup, but you had so much history together, or you were living together, and so now you had to move, or they moved, so you had to rearrange how you pay your bills, or maybe you moved someplace to be with them, and when you broke up, you had to move back because you didn't know anyone else there, or you just needed a fresh start. Okay, so it's not just the breakup when the Death card is involved. Okay. And it's left you with trust issues. You left before, you're just going to do it again. Why would I believe you now? when the going got tough, they left, is what I hear with the Six of Swords. I also feel like that's what they want to talk to you about. That's how they're going to begin the conversation, because we have the Six of Swords with the Ace of Swords makes up the Seven of Swords. So they're going to ask for forgiveness for what they did. They're going to take responsibility for the fact that now you have trust issues because of them, or because of what they did. They're going to explain. They want to explain why they did it, because they've also learned, because of that ending. They've learned why they did it. They've learned why it was easier for them to detach and walk away than to actually stick through it, and for the both of you to work together to come out the other side together, as opposed to just splitting up. Okay? It's going to be a very honest conversation, kind of a raw conversation with the Ace of Swords, because again, I feel like someone's done a lot of thinking about this, and they've formed the right sentences in their head, right? They've put it into words where they can express how they feel. And we have the King of Swords under that. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy for some. We also have the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And we have the Queen and the King of Cups in the reading. So for a lot of you, this will be in a romantic situation. For others of you, this can be where you had a falling out with a friend, a family member. Could be a situation for some of you where you lost your job as a result of someone's treachery, I hear. I don't know. Or someone who just did not have your back. Someone was supposed to cover for you and they didn't. Or the both of you were supposed to take responsibility for something, or the team was supposed to take responsibility for something, and in the end they just kind of pushed you forward as if it was just your fault. Okay? Crowning you, we have the Queen of Cups. So how you view things, your perspective on things, and also what is communicated. It's, again, for some of you, it's just an outpour of emotion, but I feel like it's put into words. It's not someone who just feels overwhelmed by their emotions, and they just want to get it out. So they just let it out no matter how it comes out, okay? It's someone who has been restraining themselves from doing that because they wanted to put it into words, so that when they come to you, they know exactly what they want to say. They know exactly what they want to say about their emotions, and to prove to you that they've thought it through, that it's not going to be a fleeting thing, okay? Because I feel like maybe in the past, that's why they left, because they got overwhelmed and they left. And now they're back to say, I'm not going to be overwhelmed again. I understand why I was overwhelmed in the past. I understand why I did what I did. And I want to tell you, and I want to apologize, and I want to offer to make amends. Whether you give me that opportunity or not, it's up to you, and I'll respect your decision. Okay? It's someone who's coming in that way. So I just want to do the right thing, but I respect your decision. Okay? In how you see yourself, we have the Seven of Wands. Well, you've got your guard up, to say the least. You want to block this person. You're like, for some of you, I feel like you don't even want to give them the chance to open their mouth. Okay? You're like, nope. You just see their face and you're like, nope. Okay? Or they just message you, hi, how are you? And you're like, nope. Or blocked. Not even. I don't even want to hear it. Okay? For some of you, you're very, very angry about this still. And for others of you, so for those of you that are still very angry about this, you might just block them right away, cut them off, not even give them a chance to speak. And that's where this Ten of Swords is, that ending. Because just seeing them or just speaking to them brings it all back. And that's understandable, but if that's something that is happening, you need to look at that, Virgo. You need to deal with that pain somehow. Because otherwise it's just going to be a black hole there for you, and it'll create other traumas. Okay? So just take that for what it's worth. But for others of you, I feel like you're going to be very specific with this person. I will hear you out on my terms. Or if they're asking to meet you, I will meet you when it suits me. It needs to be in this place. It needs to be at this time on this date. And I only have an hour, or I only have a half hour, so you need to respect that. Okay, so I feel like you're giving them a chance, but it's very regimented. Okay? You know, like, this is your chance. It's on my terms. You like it? Great. You don't? tough. Because again, you're very guarded. You're not just going to open your heart up again to this person just like that, just because they ask. You're going to give them a chance to prove to you that they mean what they say. But it'll take time. In your environment, we have the King of Cups. So we have the Queen and the King of Cups. A true pair. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And I feel like, again, this is someone who has matured. This is someone who has learned about their own emotions. Who's learned how to identify what they're feeling, how to express what they're feeling, or how to understand their emotions, but not let their emotions overrun them. Does that make sense? This ending was necessary because it taught you both some lessons. And if you wanted to, now that you have both elevated, you can come back together. You don't have to. In hopes and fears, we have the Three of Coins. So hoping that you can come together and work together. This is collaboration, cooperation, everyone working towards the same goal. And the fear is, what if I'm going to be the only one who's going to respect my promises again, right? In the outcome, we have this Ten of Swords. And again, tens are endings in order to have a new beginning. So I'm going to clarify. I do feel very strongly that for those of you where there's still a lot of anger regarding the situation, this is where you're going to block them right away. As soon as you see their face, as soon as you see a hi message from them, block, nope, don't even, leave me alone, don't look at me, don't talk to me, just no. That's going to be no. And capital N, capital O, and full stop. Okay? And it'll be dead, and it'll remain dead. For others of you, I see this as, because you have the Ace of Cups as your overall, I see this as an opportunity to heal the past. And that doesn't mean relive it. It just means make your peace with it, apologize to each other, forgive each other, and either go your separate ways with closure and peace in your heart and lessons learned, or come back together and try again, because now you're both on a different level, right? Like on another level together, as it were. So I'm going to clarify. But it's a very interesting reading, Virgo. If this is someone brand new in your life, I'm going to caution you. They don't have the best intentions. Okay? It's someone who comes and goes. It's someone who does not want to settle down. Air signs energy in particular, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They know what to say. There's not a lot of feeling behind it, but they know what to say. You could go on a date or a couple of dates, and you think it's turning into something with the Two of Cups, and then I feel like they take off. They leave you waiting. You might try to have a conversation with them. You find out that you're blocked. And then it becomes about kind of making your peace with the fact that that was it. Ten of Swords. It ended abruptly. It's very painful and disappointing, to say the least. But I see you picking up the pieces with the Three of Coins, and you're like, I'm just going to focus on work for a while. I'm just going to focus on rebuilding myself. Okay? Or that's your advice. And this is a heads up. This hasn't happened yet. And it doesn't have to end that way. Okay? If you see any sort of a red flag with anyone that's new, and again, air sign in particular, but they don't have to be, just anyone that's new, okay, that seems to know exactly what to say all the time. They always have an answer for everything, okay? Or they always make a joke out of everything, okay? If something's too blunt and you're kind of taking it back and you give them a look like, what the hell? They make a joke out of it. They turn it around, okay? Oh, of course I didn't mean that. What's wrong with you? Or they just play it off in a sarcastic way. That person, they don't want to stick around. They have no intention of sticking around. They may even ghost you altogether. So just be mindful of that, okay? Heads up. if this is about work, be careful who you trust, because there's someone on your team. 3 coins. There's someone on your team that's sabotaging you or your work, talking behind your back, intentionally not doing the work because they know you'll take the fall. And the Ace of Swords is here to tell you to bring light to this, to speak about it. Okay, don't be nice about it, because they will undermine you and cut you every step of the way until you get the 10 of Swords, or you're passed over for the promotion, or God forbid you lose your job. Okay, so just be extra careful who you're trusting. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords in the near future for Virgo. The 9 of Coins and the 5 of Coins. Yeah, look, there has been, I'm going to continue with the love scenario for now. There has been a separation here. And while this person has been single, they have learned a lot. And everything they've learned has led them back to you and has made them feel guilty for what they did and how they treated you. And that's what they want to tell you. They may have even seen other people. They tried to move on. They tried to replace you, as it were. Every time they tried, they just felt like it was better with Virgo. Virgo never did this to me. Virgo never said that to me. Virgo never hurt me this way. And they just kept coming back to you, back to you. And that's also something they want to be honest about and tell you about. They don't want to be single anymore. They want you back. They have been admiring you from afar, feeling excluded, because obviously there's been no communication, or you've just completely detached from them. But they've been watching you and admiring you from afar, and feeling left out, and feeling like an idiot for doing what they did. And they want to talk about it. They want to be open about it, honest about it. And the 10 of Swords in the outcome, what is that about? 9 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Another one. Strength. It's a mixed bag, because obviously it'll be different for everyone, because it's a very general reading. What I see, for those of you where you want this reconciliation, okay, after this 10 of Swords, for those of you who have been thinking about it and wishing for it with the 9 of Cups, when I see the 5 of Cups with the 2 of Cups, to me that is reconciliation, because the 2 cups that are behind this person are right here, okay, in your reading. So for some of you, this is unfinished business, and your wish has been to have another chance at this. That's what's happening, okay? You're getting your wish in that way. And with the Strength card here, it's different because you're both more mature, a little bit more grown up, regardless of age, okay? There's a lot of love, but there's also an energy of, I want to make sure we do this properly. I'm not just going to give in to my emotions. I want to make sure we do this correctly, okay? I want to make sure we're doing this the right way. I want to make sure we're giving it the best chance we can. So there's going to be some ground rules, okay? But that's what's happening for some of you. For others of you, I feel like, I'm going to be honest, I feel like you're so happy that this person's coming back. You're happy to see this person grovel. That's your wish come true. And we're human, let's be honest, okay? Whether we're making a big deal about it, or we're being in this person's face, or, saying or doing things out of spite or whatever, or we just kind of feel vindicated internally, okay? We don't necessarily show it, and we don't make fun of this person, right, for being vulnerable and asking for forgiveness, but we feel internally, we feel vindicated. We feel like, okay, yeah, I got my apology. I finally got my apology. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't, I knew I didn't deserve that. It's good to hear. I'm glad to know that you know what you did is wrong, okay? And like I say, you might give them a second chance, or you're so happy. There's an element of ego here. There's an element of pride. I'm not even going to lie. especially for those of you that you have Leo in your chart, okay, that's especially true. This person coming back and groveling makes you so happy, because now you get to tell them, no thank you. 5 of Cups, you get to kick them out, you get to throw them out, you get to turn your back on them. You get to be the one to end it. Okay? Now, it'll be different for everyone, and you do what you will. However, I want to say, be careful. You're creating karma, okay? So be careful. Don't be mean unnecessarily. Don't be hurtful unnecessarily. This person, they are completely vulnerable to you. So you can do to them what they did to you. If you find that, you know, that is just, by all means go ahead. Just know you're creating karma, and probably that's going to be done to you next, okay? So just be careful. Just a word of warning, word of caution. I do see there's genuine love here. Now, there's also pride here and hurt egos. So you're going to have to decide where you're at. If your pride won't allow you to also make yourself vulnerable, again, by all means, everyone's situation is different. If you feel like, no, I cannot go back to that and open my heart up like that ever again to this person, trust yourself and protect yourself, okay? All I'm saying is, this person is genuine. You do with that what you will. And for others of you, this is your closure. That 9 of Cups, what was missing. This is your closure. And now you're free. You have no more unfinished business, strength. You're vindicated. You're excited about life again. Okay? And you're starting whatever new path you want to start. Ace of Cups can be an energy of self-love, self-nurturing, and also just kind of overwhelming joy that is... It can be similar to the feeling we get when we are vindicated, right? When we're proven, when we get that closure. That's what it is, right? I do feel like if it's going on, if this is happening within your work situation or one-to-one connections or with a group of people or whatever it is, fight for your position, Virgo. Don't let this person get away with what they're doing, because I feel like someone's trying to take your money, take away your opportunity to make money, affect or impact your business with what they say, ruin your reputation, or at least put a dent in it. Okay? And this is telling you, talk to the boss, go to HR, stand your ground. Don't let this person get away with what they're doing. And again, be mindful what you do. Don't intentionally try to get this person fired because that's what you think justice is. Don't intentionally try to hurt this person. Take it to a higher power, make it known that this is what's happening, and let them deal with it, okay? So let's see. Give me some advice for Virgo for the month of November. Advice for Virgo for the highest good. Advice for Virgo for the highest good. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle. Advice for Virgo for the highest good. Advice for Virgo for the highest good. 3 cards out here. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have Chameleon Spirit. Act as if, someone else had this, can't remember who. Cancer? Anyway, bottom line is, you can have a fresh start. You just have to make sure you're in the present. This is also telling you, try to focus on what is possible as opposed to what's not working. Stay optimistic. It's also an energy of manifestation. You're manifesting at this time. If you're trying to manifest, act as if you already have what you're trying to manifest. Okay? Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. I do feel like there's a dream come true energy here with that 9 of Cups. That's related to you getting either closure from a situation, someone asking for forgiveness, or a second chance at something. Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. Yeah, Cancer. had both these cards, chameleon and frog spirit. And again, the message is similar. If you're going to start something new with someone you've already been with, don't bring the past with you. Don't rehash everything, because it'll take you right back to that pain and that mindset that ended up in the two of you breaking up and going your separate ways, okay? Trust that both of you have grown. Trust the lessons that you've learned for yourself, and just kind of be in the present, okay? Eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. Yeah, just know that you're protected. You're protected. Whatever's going on, whatever changes are happening, you're protected, okay? Keep your eyes open. Don't go looking for trouble, but keep your eyes open. If you see red flags, speak up or do something about it. Establish your boundaries. But know that you are protected through whatever's going on here. And I also feel like if this is the case of someone coming back where the both of you have learned lessons from this, the both of you still have genuine love for one another, the both of you have the best intentions towards one another, in that case, Spirit is bringing this person back into your life, because now it is in your best good to have them in your life, and vice versa. Does that make sense? Whereas in the past, you might have been triggering each other all the time. Now you've learned a lot of the same lessons. So it's not going to be as difficult. It's not going to be conflict over everything. It's not going to be fighting every step of the way to be heard, to be seen, to have support. Okay? Does that make sense? Now let's see. Additional advice for Virgo for November. Additional advice for Virgo. This is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. Additional advice for Virgo for November. Additional advice for Virgo for November. 2 cards. Bottom of the deck, we have Awakening. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing something being awakened after a time of slumber, and by that I mean where you went your separate ways and you've healed individually, and now you can bring really new life to a situation if you want that to happen. There's also a new beginning with awakening energy. Ace of Cups is, like I say, it can be a new beginning. Just be careful, okay? Be mindful of what I've cautioned you against. I feel like if it's a friend trying to turn into a romantic partner, that is better aspected, I should say. I don't know any other words to say. There's an element of taking a leap of faith, right? Because I feel like in that case, some of you don't want to risk the friendship, okay? But like I say, the feelings are genuine and they have room to develop. So you're going to have to figure out, trust your instincts again, okay? So, playfulness and abundance. Yeah, whatever's going on, Ace of Cups is also an energy of abundance. It's something overflowing, right? Emotion, money, happiness, whatever makes you happy. But there is this energy of be in the present. Be in the present, okay? Playfulness is also an energy of just try and see what happens. Don't overthink things. Don't put too many restrictions in place. Give something room to develop is what's coming up here, because it leads you to abundance. Okay? There's also kind of keep your eyes open. When it's time to play, it's time to play, but when you need to keep an eye open and have your own back, protect yourself and protect your abundance, trust your instincts on that. Okay? Because we also have, oh yeah, that's why I was seeing that we have protection under that. All right? So, Virgo, very interesting reading. You're going to have to tell me what this is about, if it applies, if it makes sense to you, tell me how. And I hope the reading helps if you're dealing with this. Yeah, make the most of the month, watch all your other signs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.